Hello YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the house in Fata Morgana. And so last episode we saw perhaps the conclusion to the fourth story, where, if you remember, the madman that showed up at the door and stabbed Michel. Yeah, he managed to escape the mansion, and Michel thought that he was going to die pretty soon after he tried to escape, but apparently he made it far enough to tell the villagers about what happened at the mansion. So the villagers went to the mansion to hunt down the witch. And then Giselle and Michel retreated to the room at the top of the tower, and waited there for the villagers to come find them. Giselle wanted Michel to embrace her because she had already been afflicted with the curse, so she was going to be dying soon anyway, so she figured he might as well embrace her before the villagers come and kill them. So he embraces her. She falls unconscious. He goes out of the room to confront the villagers. The villagers kill Michel, and then Michel, with his blood draining out of his body, the blood gets onto the villagers and kills the villagers. So they both kill each other, basically. But then the Giselle somehow manages to hold on one second. Giselle manages to actually survive Michel's curse. And then she finds the witch in the mansion. And the witch offers to make it so that Michel and Giselle can see each other again in the future. And the way she does that is she can make it so that they both are reincarnated as themselves again in future lives, so that they're able to meet each other again in future lives. And that's where we left off. So let's continue. But an unfathomable amount of time has passed, and the two have still yet to reunite. Have they, Master? You know now who you are, do you not? You remember everything now, do you not? You were present in every single era. The reason for which is as I described in the previous tale, because you yearn to be reunited with someone, but that person never showed up in any era. You know, Matthias, I'm thinking the Master never actually revealed their gender. All this time we've been assuming the Master is a guy, but do we know that for sure? I mean, the Master could actually be the white-haired girl. I mean, obviously what the maid just said basically narrows it down to two people, Michel and the white-haired girl. And poor sweet you, having no memory of any of that, live those lives with other men. Is it any surprise misfortune befell those eras then? The door... Wait. Okay, yeah, that's right. We're, I guess we're in the present time now, so... Okay, so now I'm thinking she's saying that she spent the time with other men, so I think the Master is actually the white-haired girl. The door swung closed, but rather than outside, you and the maid were inside the dull, monochrome room at the top of the observation tower. The awe-inspiring ray of light shone not through the lone window high upon the stone wall. Wrapped in a curious, impenetrable darkness, you both stood alone in the room. The maid wore a gentle but brittly cold smile as she looked straight at you. It is not your fault misfortune befell you. The only force to blame for that is fate. You were always so kind, so pure of heart. You had boundless trust for others and the goodness of people. You were the very image of all that is right. There is no greater misfortune than someone as pure and beautiful as you, being mercilessly thrown into the grinding gears of tragedy again and again. I still pity you for everything you had to go through. You poor, poor soul. You must be utterly exhausted, constantly betrayed, the man you were waiting for never appearing. After so long, your spirit worn down to the bone, you lost any and all awareness of who you even were. Who were you hoping to find wandering into this illusory mansion, cut off from the real world? You and I are the only ones here. The man you seek is nowhere to be found. Have you still not figured it out? Then allow me to tell you everything. I am the cursed witch, Morgana, who haunts this mansion. See, that's kind of what I was thinking might happen. The maid is the witch, dude. I had guessed that, like, last stream, I think, didn't I? I was, like, wondering aloud, is the maid actually the witch? And you are the tragic plaything of fate, the white-haired girl named Giselle. Alright, it's official. We now know who these people are. Isn't that weird? All this time we were assuming that the master was one of the men. Did my calling you master confuse you? If so, then I apologize. My habit of calling the master or mistress of the house master is quite deeply ingrained. And yes, that means precisely what you think it does. That I have accepted you as my new master. That I wish for you to remain here. To stay with me. So let us put an end to this journey. Do not worry, there is nothing to fear. We are simply going to step outside the river of time. Okay, bro. If you were the white-haired girl here, and you just found all this out, and you've got the witch who put you through all this right in front of you, would you not want to just fucking go apeshit on her? And like, I mean, would you not just lose it? Would you not just let the anger flow through you and take it out on the witch here? I mean, think about it, man. The white-haired girl's gotta be like... she must be about to go mental. Like right here. Nothing unpleasant will ever happen to you again. Bro. I will be here with you for all eternity, and I will give you my utmost care. You will not have to wait for anyone. Yeah, but what about Michel, man? Dude, the witch, this is bullshit. Forget about him, the man you once sought. And I am sure you shall find happiness. Please, do it for me. I have been waiting for you for so very long. I have wanted nothing more than to see you again. But you were continually stolen away from me. Despite my sincerest desires to spend my days with you. Which is why I wanted you to recall everything. For surely you would not willingly repeat the same fate if you knew of all the pain it has caused you to suffer thus far. Spend eternity with me in the gentle embrace of darkness. The maid extended her hand for you, her fingers, brushing up against yours, were as cold as ever. but her breath tickled your skin pleasantly, and her sweet words rang in your ears, filling you with warmth. You thought back on your time with her in the mansion. She had indeed always treated you with great compassion, and nothing she had said seemed to be a lie. And so you pondered. Come on, man, the choice is obvious here. She's got... Oh, man, forget the witch. What were you to do? Okay, let me save this here. Okay, Matthias, if you're still here, I'm not sure, but you haven't talked this whole time, so if you want to give your input, now is the time, or you shall forever hold your peace. Although this choice is kind of interesting because there's accept and reject, but then there's this third one. There is still more to be done. And I'm not really sure what the difference between there is still more to be done and reject her proposal is. I don't know. I'm personally leaning towards reject her proposition. So if you have no objections, then that is what I'm going to choose. Alright, here we go. Reject. You could not accept the maid's offer. If what she said was true, you could not give up on your search. You had spent years and years waiting to reunite with someone. Your previous attempts may have been rife with mistakes, but you could not stop trying. Come, Master, spend eternity with me in the mansion. We will have the most wonderful time together. The sweet tone of her voice, her cold fingers, her icy smile. These were all terrifying now. You had to escape, had to break out of this darkness, make it outside. Master? What is the... You brushed the maid's hand aside. As her eyes widened, aghast, you fled from the observation tower. Down and down the spiral staircase you went, though not a whisper of a footstep could be heard in the stone tower. The stairs seemed to go on forever. Down and down and down and down. At long last, You arrived at the bottom, dashing from the next room without a passing glance at the angel in the stained glass window. The maid had shown you around the mansion, so you knew its layout. Or perhaps you were familiar with it even before arriving here. A large door came into view. The exit was up ahead. "Master!" But the next moment, her voice seized you from behind. You turned back, and there stood the maid, wearing the same smile. "Where do you think you were going, Master? I told you, you mustn't let go of my hand. This mansion is quite large. You could get lost if you go walking around unaccompanied." Bro, does she not, realize the situation here? She's running for the exit, dude. "Now come, let us head back. And please, do not let go of my hand." It was the same smile she always wore. The exact same. But right now, it seemed inexplicably ghoulish. The chill that ran down your spine was not from the lack of heat, but utter terror. "Come, let us head somewhere else." You had to get out of here. "Oh, I know. We can put some more kindling in the fireplace and start a fire. The sweet firelight and gentle warmth will have you feeling wonderful in no time." You had to get out of here. "You must be quite disoriented. The impact of regaining your memories has you terrified. Am I correct?" You had to get away. You had to escape. You had to get out of here. "Do not worry. I will always take care of you. Keep you safe from anything that scares you. I will be here with you forever." You clawed at the door. It was not barred, so it should open. Nevertheless, it remained firmly in place. Now, you mustn't play around with that. Danger lurks around every corner outside. Fog blocking your sight, sinkholes in the road, a thick forest all around, beasts creeping about in the night. How could I possibly allow weak little you to go out into that? Now come back to my side, please. You have no need to be here." The maid drew toward you. She reached out her hand. Her whole body seemed to be trying to encase you in ice. She wanted to keep you chained here in the darkness. "Do not worry. There is nothing to be afraid of." You had to get out of this place. You had to break free from this house of darkness, from this doting maid, and from the maelstrom of tragedy. You had to remain firm, unyielding in that desire. Your desire to go outside. Your wish to be set free. You could not compromise or relent. Your thirst for escape had to be stronger than the maid's intent to keep you here. If it was, the door would surely open. Master! You dashed out into the light. There was nothing blocking your escape outside. No fog, no forest, no sinkholes, and no beasts in sight. The light was so bright it almost hurt your eyes. It was a world exactly opposite the darkness within the house. Master, please wait. You mustn't go out there. Come back, quickly. You could hear the maid's voice, but you kept running through the light as far as you could go. Wherever you arrived, you were sure that was where you were meant to be. Once, though, just once, you looked back over your shoulder. It was blurry in the bright light, but you could see the mansion there. It wavered like a mirage, as though it could disappear at any second. The maid standing in the open door. She was desperately reaching her hands out for you, but you were far out of reach. It seemed she could not leave the house. Perhaps you felt a pang of pity for her, but you were not sure. And when you could no longer hear the maids shouting for you, your consciousness snapped off. You fell not into darkness, but light. Bro, it's like modern times now. I don't know. I mean, I assume that the present time was kind of like modern times, but it's just kind of weird seeing that after all the stories of being like, you know, centuries back. Huh? What was I doing again? Um, oh, that's right. I was on my way to school. Now, what was I doing dozing off in the middle of the road? I'm not sure. I feel kind of in a daze. Like I just woke up from a terrible nightmare. In the middle of the day? In the middle of the road? Nothing like that's ever happened before. Has it? Something doesn't add up. I can't remember what I was doing. It's like there's a big gap in my memory. What was I doing? Who was I looking for? Need to stay focused. I have to get going or I'll be late. I know this place all too well. It's the same route I take to school every day. There's a vendor along the way that always waves good morning to me. Always? The same route? I know this place? Yes, I know this place. I see it every day.
every day. Nothing changes. It's always the same. My perfectly normal, ordinary, everyday life.
Okay, guys. Y'all have any freaking clue where this is going now? Because I don't.
Ah, a gentle breeze brushes against my cheeks. My hair flutters as my gaze slides upward. I'm looking at a tall, handsome man with long hair and a somewhat despondent demeanor. I I think I know this man. As soon as I see him, I feel like someone stuck their hand in my chest and is squeezing my heart. It's hard to breathe, and the overwhelming sense of familiarity has me on the verge of tears.
Is it Michel?
Elation jolts through all of my extremities. Ah, I know. This is the person I've been searching for. Excuse me.
It is. It's Michel.
Um, excuse me. I have to get him to turn back. I have to look him in the eyes. I have to talk to him. We have to be reunited. I don't know his name, and he probably doesn't know mine, but still. This is fate, so...
Back to the mansion.
What?
I must go back to the mansion.
What?
He wants to go back to the mansion? What the fuck, dude? Okay, my TV. What the fuck?
Uh, hold on. There's, something I need to tell you.
How could I have made that mistake? It was the worst possible decision. I have to make things right. I have to take her hand. I have to make her smile for me. If I can't do that, what am I even alive for? What did I even return from the everlasting darkness for? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Uh, um, what are you talking about?
This time I'll do it.
Can you, can you hear me? Why won't he look me in the eyes?
And if it's not possible in this life,
Stop! Please listen to me. Why does he keep moving forward?
then I'll just have to place my hope in the next one.
Wait! Red light!
I beg your forgiveness. I made the worst possible decision, though I will not make the same mistake twice. No matter what form you may assume, I will not err again. I promise I shall come back for you.
Giselle! Hey, someone call an ambulance! Someone's been hit by a car! What?
Okay, that was clearly the bad ending. Okay, so there's 8 endings. Okay, well, I guess we will go back here and pick a different choice. Okay. I'm gonna pick There is Still More to Be Done. Something seemed off. Not only with the story she had just told, with her, and with you, yourself. Assuming everything she had said was the truth.
Which or not, my mind is made up.
Which will strike you first, I wonder? Regret or the curse?
You seem to be doing just fine. It's only a tale.
The witch is real, very much so. It is not a legend, nor a fairy tale. The witch is me. That's right. It wasn't the white-haired girl who had claimed to be the witch. And that wasn't all. Or do you mean to reclaim your old self no matter the cost? If you do, if you're sincerely prepared to do that, then be wary of the tale that comes next. Any tragedy that seems too beautiful to be real is precisely that, a fabrication. None of your questions had been answered. You still didn't know who the painting was, or what had taken place so long ago that caused the mansion to summon people to it. You didn't even know who you were, for that matter. There was still more to be done. You had to find the truth. You needed to find someone. That much was certain. But was the story the maid had told correct about whom? And if it was, what about her? What about the woman whose name you couldn't say? The woman who had so cheerfully called you master.
We agreed that we would live together, not just in the same house, so we've got plenty of time to add more to the list. And I hope you can make your own list about me, too. This is just the beginning, after all. We've got a long, long time ahead of us. Plenty enough to get to know each other, no?
You must say her name. You must take her hand. You must make her smile once again. You mustn't reclaim your old self. It's dark. Dark. It's dark. It's dark again. It's dark. 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 Constantly. Constantly engulfed in darkness. You threw it away every single time I must break out of this darkness. I'll give you a world that's not cruel to you. I must escape and take her hand. Because that's the reason. Oh, I've got a wonderful idea. I came here. You can curse them with me. I must return. I must reclaim. We can think of new ways to torture them. We'll all be happier if you stay here. Just think about it. Stay here in this world. You'll be right at home. No, I did the best thing I could for you, nothing more. This is not where I belong. No matter how much a world of darkness may suit me, you'll never be able to do it. I must reclaim my true self. Ahaha, this is brilliant. Do you have any idea how terrible a decision that is? Do you have any idea why I fabricated that story? It was all for you. So stay here. Stay right where you are. The darkness suits you better. Remember what someone told you not long ago? That you could handle the stories because they weren't your own. That you were able to bear the tragedies because they happened to others. If that had been your suffering, If the secrets you had kept buried away for so long had come out, you couldn't possibly have endured it. But you're a sharp one. I'm sure you intended to keep those secrets tucked away forever. Do you really think I'm going to let you do that, though? Whatever you try to hide, I'll make sure your beloved hears every last detail. Ah, how foolish can you be? Despite all my encouragement, you still insist on getting your old self back? What do you have to gain from that? Nothing but filthy, ugly tragedy awaits you down this path. Don't get your hopes up, my dear. There's nothing for you there. You have nothing. I'm offering you a place by my side. This might be the maid talking here. You should just take it. There is no salvation for you anywhere. None. At all. Anywhere. From anyone. Ever. She has long since lost all grip on reality. And you think there's anything you can do for her now? Despite having repeatedly failed to even regain yourself? Okay. So does this mean the master was not actually the white-haired girl? Haha. Well, I suppose if you're going to be stubborn, as much as I don't want to, I have to place a curse on your soul. That's right. The white-haired girl was never at the mansion. What the fuck? What is this, dude? There is still a story left untold. What? The fourth door was all a lie. What do you mean? It was not some sweet little tragedy. The story you told was pure fantasy. No, that was the truth. That was where it all began. Because of what happened then, you spent innumerable years lost until you showed up here and... What? You reach out, grasping for it. You pull yourself in. Your silhouette, which has been hazy until now, begins to take form. Your mind, your consciousness, your heart, your soul, and your body. Who are you? The veil in your mind dissipates. A crack forms in the shell encasing you. Then another. The invisible shackles chaining your spirit fall to the floor. Reality fades in atop the indistinct, foggy world around you. Bony fingers appear before your eyes. Long hair. Your voice. No. My voice. My body. My fingers. My arms are frail and my joints weak. But despite my resemblance to the white-haired girl, I am not her. This is who I am. I have finally reclaimed myself. You weren't waiting for the white-haired girl. You were waiting for me. And that's exactly why I came here.
What? I have no idea what you are talking about. I have always waited for the white-haired...
There was never a white-haired girl. There was only... This time, I must say her name. She is... Giselle. There was only you.
I am... Giselle? No. No. I am not Giselle. I am a servant of the house. And I am the witch. The cause...
You are not a witch. The witch is someone else.
Why do you insist that you're the witch? What changed you so much? The shadowy figure in the master bedroom, that was her. A glimpse into her past. I'm sure this is Giselle, but why is she so different? What happened to the spark she used to have? Where did the light she once shone upon the world go? I have to remember. I must remember. This cannot end until I have. This is no longer a story. No, what I need to face is my past. And her heart. She was not even present in the story she made up. Everything about it had been changed. The past I lived and the wounds she bore were more grounded in harsh reality, not wrapped in a film of fairy tale magic. That was the final tale, and it was all true. That's how it happened. It was a bittersweet story. No, how can you not see this? Yes, it was a beautiful tragedy, but was there even a scrap of humanity in it? Behind the 3 preceding doors, there had been a constant thread of ugliness and conflicting motivations.
but there was hardly a trace of that behind the fourth door. The characters felt like nothing more than characters. Is this what you want to turn it into? Is that what you want our history to become? Our history? But I don't remember anything at all. You don't remember anything? No, I don't want to. I don't need a past or a future. All I have left inside me is uncertainty. Giselle. No. That is not my name. Please, stop trying to confuse me. I'm fine with things the way they are. If it means I don't have to hurt, that's all I want. So please, just let me keep being the maid. Bro, you know what? This actually makes sense now. 'Cause think about it. Like, we figured out why the white-haired girl was, like, surviving through all these centuries, right? But we never knew why the maid was also surviving through all these centuries. But it makes perfect sense if the maid is the white-haired girl. That would also explain why, like, she knew so much about these stories about the white-haired girl. Like, how would she have known about those stories unless she, like, observed the white-haired girl, like, all the time? You know? Let me keep being a guide, not some foolish girl. Is that what she honestly desires? Does she want to cast aside her past for good? If so, then... Okay. Shit. You probably don't want me to end it here, do you? Do you want me to keep going? Let's see here. Let me save it. Okay, so I am going to pick not remembering isn't an option. No matter what she says, I know I'm right. And if she doesn't reclaim her old self, I'll never get to hear her say my name again. I know I'm being selfish here, but I can't do that. If you're afraid of what you might find, we can remember together. I haven't gotten everything back yet myself.
So let's open the real door together. There are no other doors to open.
But there is. One that can only open by our hands, because it exists between the two of us. Not a door with physical form, but the door to your heart.
The door to...
I grasp her unnaturally cold hand, a hand that, long ago, once had warmth. If she can't lead the way, then I have to. I must pick up the pieces of our erased history so we can both reclaim ourselves. Find the actual truth. No matter what we may uncover, I will not let go of this hand. No, I mustn't let go of it. Darkness falls over the world around us. The floor upon which we had been standing flickers out of existence, sending us dropping into an endless abyss. This dark pit, this is her door, her history, her heart. Let's try this one more time. It's not a sweet story by any means. It's a story of betrayal, anger, hatred. We caused each other pain. But that's the road we traveled. And down that road lies all the answers. Oh my god. The fifth door. Dude, this fucking visual novel is just throwing me for an absolute loop right now, dude. So the fourth door was just a fake story. And yet we know that these two, Michel and Giselle, are linked. Somehow. And now I think we're going to find out exactly how they are linked. So this is the true story right here. Alright, well, yeah, this is a good stopping point, because we're basically starting the story over again. But now this is like the true story. So I'm gonna stop here. Well, I have to admit, man, I did not see this coming at all. Alright, well, I got work tomorrow, so I gotta get to bed. So thanks for joining, and next time we will start the true story of what happened with Michel and Giselle. So enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you again tomorrow.